Hello. Beep, 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 beep. Morning. Welcome to the court of the Edijester. How are we, good people? Yes, we're living in a complicated world. Before we start, buy me a coffee, do the usual. Come and be a warrior teacher. Start in October. Links in the doobras, as they say. Do me a favour, share this, will you? I'm having a coffee. About to see the warrior teachers in an hour or two. Exciting, as usual. It's a very confusing world right now. Very confusing world. I've been reading what everybody's been saying, what's going on, what we're finding out, all sorts of nonsense around what's happened with Charlie Kirk and what's going on with the individual who committed the heinous crime. It's animating folk. It's very confusing. So, luckily for you, you've come to listen to the Edijester, who I can assure you is just as confused as you are and doesn't have any answers. It's just absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. It's going to take a few days to get back to normal, I feel. Although, obviously, we should never forget what's happened. We are still left with the numerous problems that existed before Charlie died. There's a couple of things I wanted to mention today, just very quickly. There's a number of I put up the other day that I thought we were about to see the largest liberal lefty sacking event in history. And I was to a certain degree, with my tongue firmly in my cheek. My tongue firmly in my cheek, for those of you not watching, but listening. Turns out I was right. There has been a mass sacking event across America. I don't know whether anybody in Britain's been sacked yet, but it's certainly about time they were. I've seen a number. There was a printers that refused to print posters. They've all gone. There was a couple of other people who did various things, and they've gone. But the big one was the teachers, because they really started to come down on the teachers. And I want to talk about this because I think it's important that we recognise that the fact that they're being sacked is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Now, people are getting confused about this, I think, or they're being deliberately obtuse. This is not about their free speech. If you run Joe's nursery, where kids come in, and play in those ball pools or whatever they do, slides, things, kids, right? Yep. And you have 20 kids come in of a daytime. You've got 3 staff. The kids love it. Mum and dad can go to work because the kids are there, all that sort of stuff. And one of your members of staff goes, "Yay, Charlie Kirk's dead. I'm so glad. Let's all celebrate the shooter." Then how comfortable would you be with taking your child to that nursery? Likewise for teachers, or for that matter, for anybody who's public facing. I mean, if they're stuffed away in an office somewhere, you may not be so worried. But the simple fact of the matter is that this was not somebody saying, "I'm going to use my free speech to explain what I feel about this situation." This was people celebrating murder. Shed not one tear is my advice. And the one that I thought was the most peculiar in the UK was the case of George Aberonier, who is the bedreadlocked Pirates of the Caribbean fellow who turned up in his pajamas and slippers to debate Charlie Kirk at the Oxford Union. Do you remember this? If you've not seen it, you'll find it online. And I'm sure you can have a look. Just type in Oxford Union on X, and I'm sure it will come up because it's being talked about at the moment. Who is actually running the damn place. When he celebrated, he met Charlie and he celebrated. He met Charlie and he celebrated. And it would have been hello over the podium. They'd have spoken. He met Charlie and he celebrated. I wonder what it was that Charlie said that made him think it was okay to celebrate his death. Charlie Aberione, whatever his name is. Looks like something like Pirates of the Caribbean. Do we have an accord? Obviously not. Charlie was dead and this guy celebrated. It's really peculiar. It's a really peculiar state of affairs, George, his name was, when the Oxford Union, which is a debating society, have still kept him on. I would say he has to go. This is not free speech. What he said was not free speech, okay? It's not right. Charlie Kirk got shot. Let's effing go, is what he said. Does that strike you as free speech? It's free speech in so much as you can say it, mate, but you can't be the head of the debating society when you do. I don't want you serving chicken to people if you do. I don't want you working in a school. I don't want you working as a nurse, a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, anybody who's public facing. And the reason I don't want you doing that is because your employer, whoever that may be, should have the absolute right to say to you, that is unbelievably dehumanizing. You are a rascal, a rapscallion, a ne'er-do-well, a flippity-gibbet, whatever you want to call him, right? You are fired. So do I shed any tears for these people? Not one single one. And there's a difference between saying, I didn't agree with what Charlie said. I think Charlie was X, Y, Z. Fine, right? But he's dead, let's go. Or I'm glad he's dead. Or are they going to shoot the rest of these far right now? I mean, what's that about? They're still shouting far right on British TV, mind. If you saw the march yesterday with all the people, fantastic. Loads of people there. Lots of people I know there. The people I know aren't far right. It's absolutely insane. The Guardian called them far right. So that these people aren't going to stop, right? This is what I can't get my head around with some people. They aren't going to stop. And also the fact that they're looking for reasons. Oh, when he did X, he did Y, he was this, he was that. He was stop looking for reasons. There are no reasons. He's a man who shot people. And the person who's responsible for that is the man himself. It is the lack of personal responsibility for our behaviour. It is the lack of personal responsibility in the world. It is the lack of being told you are solely responsible for your behaviour. You are responsible for your well-being. You are responsible for the state of your body, and you are responsible for the state of your mind. It's the fact that we don't enforce that by societal pressure that's caused half of this problem. There are no reasons. You're looking for reasons, but there aren't reasons. There aren't. There'll be factors, but there aren't reasons. Nobody sane does this. There aren't reasons. Anyway, it's frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating. I don't feel quite so broken today. I know a lot of people out there are, because I've heard from you. We have to keep going, all right? We have to keep going. That's all I can think. Now I'm going to go and see my warrior teachers, and you can go away, because I'm done with you. All right, try and have a good Sunday, all right? Get yourself a roast. Not that kind of roast. Jesus, your minds are sewers. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.